cooling handle. The cooling handle I love because it can be used for a lot of things. Even for injuries, we use it for tennis elbow, golfer's elbow, knee aches and pains. But you'll hit the cooling button. It's on when it's blue. You'll hear it clicking when I turned it on. Now, water is flowing through this, so I find it helpful just to hold it upright because it takes maybe about 2 or 3 minutes to get cool. Often I turn it on and keep it in the handle holder in the back of the machine and just turn it on and leave it alone and make notes 2 or 3 minutes. You can touch it, it's completely safe, and you're just kind of checking on the cold, how cold it gets. It will get as cold as, I believe, -2 degrees, I believe Celsius, and that's when it starts to actually form frost. So again, this handle needs to be cleaned and kept clean at all times because you don't want freezing of the goop or anything on that, but it's starting to get really cold. You tell them, hey, this is going to be cold. It's going to be kind of a shock to the system. But why do we use this handle? Super important also because physiologically where our body works, there's usually a triad of a artery, vein, and a nerve. Now, typically alongside the artery, and sometimes linked up with the vein, is a lymphatic vessel or branches of lymphatics, because the lymphatics basically filter the blood, right? So when you constrict, called vasoconstriction, that happens when it's cold, the blood vessel will tighten up. Now, the body is a lot based on volume. So it pushes, when it tightens that blood vessel up, it pushes more out into lymphatics. Lymphatics actually open up as a result. So they're not really affected by the cold, like the vasoconstriction of vessels. So this helps further push out in the lymphatics, all that stuff you did. And it also helps with the shaping. We all know the thing of cool sculpting. This is even better. This is the type of stuff that uses your body's physiological process to get things out of the body faster. So super cool. And again, you get hands-on. This is really good. Super cold, sorry. And you kind of warn them. And you'll follow that same pattern. I'm doing a pretty consistent pressure, but usually a little bit like a 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, guiding along the path. This also should take care of any, maybe some redness that happens from the heat of the ultrasound handles. Really helps smooth out the area and again tighten the skin, because there has been collagen effects of cold and exposure to cold of increased collagen in skin as well. And you're pushing and following that line. Again, real smooth, fluid lines. Sometimes the handle, because you're constant contact to a warm surface, a human body, it will get not so hot. You hold it up for a couple seconds, it'll get right back to it. Or sometimes taking a little bit slower on the pass. See how I brought it up there? That will help it stay consistently cold because you're giving it a couple seconds in the air before it touches something warm again. But it's not so cold that somebody is going to be getting frostbite, but it's cold enough for the body to go, okay, I'm constricting and I'm working on really tightening the muscle or the skin and the capillaries. So again, there's no timer on this one. This one's really a feel, but I typically match the same time that I did the cavitation handle on. So in this case, 6 or 7 minutes, and I do the same thing, and you can keep a stopwatch, you can eyeball it, you can feel. But